Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is I-Puertorican, and today's video is just pretty much going to be about a time that Hill, my ex from other story times, his brother, that seemed like my brother in a way because how long me and Hill was talking, which was like about 4 or 5 years, like just knowing each other. And I seen his brother as a brother because he wasn't one of the guys that ever tried to hit on me. He always had respect for me. He never put me in no odd situations. He would call out him when he was wrong on shit because he was his older brother. And me and Hill had a couple years in age difference. And his brother was like about 30. Hill was 24. And I was like, I want to say 19. So yeah. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the story. So, me, Hill, used to always hang out, dates, and whatnot. And sometimes we would do double dates with Hill's older brother. And I'll just go ahead and call him Hill's older brother because that's what it was or whatnot. So, every time I happen to see Hill's older brother come along with him, some of the times he will always usually have a different girl. Like, I never see him with the same chick twice. It was just like an outfit. Every time I seen him, it was like a different fit. It was a different girl. But I mean, to each is his own. Like, shoot, some people like switching it up. Relationships ain't for everybody. And if I can remember, I think he had a daughter. I can't remember. Like, I can't remember if he had no kids or like he at least had one. I think he just like at least had one. So yeah, anytime we would hang out, he would usually bring a girl, and the girls would always be cool and such. But it was one particular girl one day that he brought, and our convo was good. It was me, him, Hill, the brother, and the girl. So we're just sitting and talking. We watching TV. I think we was playing cards just because that was just like our normal little thing, like playing cards, drinking, whatever. And we had ran out, so they went to go get some more. And because me and the girl was cool and whatnot, and like convo, we just sitting there. I'm thinking nothing of it, and pretty much Hill and them was gone for a bit. So I'm thinking, some females they be tripping like, be blowing up their dude and stuff. Which I mean, females, we all do it, right? Just be wondering like, okay, where these dudes go? Why did they take it so long? And she didn't do that. I didn't really think that he was doing anything because, like, he was pretty loyal to me through most of it all. And she was just pretty chill for the most part. So it's like the minute they left, her whole era changed and I switched to be fake. But, like, obviously, I'm going to think she's acting like her dude is her dude, even though I know the real, but I'm not supposed to. I'm like, oh, you ain't the only girl you mess with. Because, like, at the end of the day, my loyalty is to Hill and anybody in his family, if you get what I'm saying. Because I just met this girl, why would I just go ahead and snitch to make the night awkward? No. So, she switches, and to say the least, she gets a little flirty. Now, this is a disclaimer, and I'll put it before the video, of course. I have no issue with LGBT community. I have no problems with them. I mean, shoot, you like girls, you like girls, you like guys, you like guys, trans, whatever, like, whatever your sexual orientation is what it is. Like, you comfortable with that. I feel nothing against them because it's your life, live it the way how you want to. Like, them living the way how you think. If you don't agree with it, how is it really affecting you? But either way, to get back into it, her whole like mood switch. So instead of her like calling her dude my bro or whatever, she had just kind of scooted closer to me on the couch. Now, mind you, at the time, like right now I have a sectional. At the time, I had two couches and they was like right across from each other, and the TV was like on the side of us. So we had to look this way if we watched TV. And she like scooted over closer to me, and she was like, asked me if I had piercings. And right now I have my chest pierced and my nose, my ears, but I mean I really don't wear them anymore. So yeah, that's all I had. But at the time I only had like my nose and just in my ears. I didn't have these yet. So she asked me, and she said something was irritating. I was like, oh, that sucks. What piercing is it? I didn't know when I said that it was just gonna get weirder. She was just like, oh, my lips. And I'm looking at her face, and she didn't have her lip pierced. Like, she just had her nose, her ears, her eyebrow, but she had nothing on her lips. I think she had her tongue. She was one of the girls that just had, like, every single piercing, but she didn't have nothing on her lips. And I'm like, your lips weird. Making it worse, mind you. She was like, oh, my lips down there. And I'm like, oh, did that hurt? Like, I'm a Scorpio, so our interest be there, but what she was going towards was something else, and I wasn't there for it, because I don't have a specific type, but at the time, girls wasn't on my mind. I'll say that much. So she said, yeah, like my lips, they're like irritating me. And in my head, I'm just thinking, like, when we gonna get to the next subject, because this is starting to get weird. And now I'm thinking, like, where's Hill? Where is he at? And one thing about Hill and his bro, sometimes, like, when they was, like, set to leave, they wouldn't leave right away. But at this point, 10 minutes passed by, and they was, like, clearly gone. And sometimes you can't even tell when people pull back up to my house. So the whole time, like, they was gone at least 30 minutes, and time was passing, but, like, they had pulled back up, but they didn't automatically come back in. It was just in a car or whatever, doing whatever. And yeah, so I'm on my phone and I'm texting Hill, and I'm like, yo, bro's girl is off. He said, what do you mean off? We'll be in the house in a second, my bad. And I'm like, dude, like, she on some weird type shit. Like, she really on some weird type shit. And the reason I say that is because after she brought up that her lips was irritating her, she was like, yeah, I guess she had both sides of her lips pierced, and it was pierced like 3 times on each side. So she had like 6 piercings with that. And she was talking about getting her hood pierced. If you don't know what hood is, go ahead and Google it. I think, like, if I was to put it in this video, I may not be able to, like, I just couldn't show it, but the hood is like your clitoris. So she was talking about getting that done. And I said, dang, like, 6 ain't enough. And I'm thinking, like, with the rest on her face, like, trying to have everybody your body pierced. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. You with that. But, like, for me, I'm happy with what I got. And at the time, I didn't even have these. So, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, like, but how does it feel? And she was just like, oh, I get real turned on when I walk. Like, it's even hard seeing to by you, like, right now. And I'm just thinking, like, you date my bro. And I said that out loud. So she was like, yeah, but, like, he into, like, little cute Spanish girls like you. I was like, no, but that's, like, really my bro. Like, I don't do all that. Like, when I'm with somebody, even when I'm single and I'm just doing me or whatever, I'm not with all the, like, extracurricular activities, if you get what I'm saying. And she was aiming towards that. So I'm texting Hill this stuff. Like, not everything. I was just like, yeah, it's just getting real weird. Like, I'll tell you later, but it's just getting very weird when the girls coming in. And he's like, oh, yeah, like, give it a second. Like, that a second, they precious all the time. And as soon as she asked me, did I ever have, like, an orgy before? Not a threesome, an orgy. That means 3 or more. Like, never had either of them things yet in life, because it's just like, I'm not a type of person I like to share. It's just whoever I'm with, they getting the best of me. But, like, adding people in the equation, haven't been there yet. Still haven't been there yet at my age now. So as soon as she asked that, as soon as I start to say something, her dude come through the door. And he said, what did you asking her that for? She was like, oh, babe, like, she cute. You know, he might be with it too. Like, y'all, it ain't like y'all blood bros, but they was. And that's the whole reason why I wasn't with it. Even if they wasn't blood bros, like, I'm still not with it. It's just weird. That's doing too much. And if you into that type of stuff, like, that's cool. Nothing against it. It's just not for me. It ain't my cup of tea. So he's like, what did you asking her that for? Because, like I said, his bro was like 30. So this chick, she around the same age. I think she was like 28, 26. Either way, I'm 19. So it's like, it's not like it would have been illegal, but it's just still weird. Like, I don't keep it in the fam like that. And I don't even know if that's for me to say, but it was just like, it was a little too much. So, it ain't like I felt so uncomfortable, like I asked her to leave. It was just like, okay, now that the guy's here, hopefully this conversation switch and it don't get brought back up. So, Hills find out at the same time that he's saying something, that his brother is saying something to old girl. And she was just like, you tripping, you tripping. So the next thing I know, like, there's my front door and there's my side door. So he takes her through the side door, and all you hear is him yelling at her, like, why do you always do this? Why do you always do this? And I was thinking, like, wow. He was like, what happened? And I was just like I said, she was just on some shit. Like, I'm not really with that. Like, I don't even want to say it matter had it been somebody else, because either way, it's just like the same thing. Like, his bro, his girl, and they're still blood bros. It's just weird. It's not any of our cups of tea. Well, maybe not his bro. Maybe in another situation he would, but like, nah, it just wasn't there. It wasn't meant to be. It wasn't what she would thought it would be. So yeah, he outside checking her, like, that's just trifling. Like, why is you acting like that? She my sis. That's my little sis. Like, why you on that trash? Like, da 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 da. Like, don't even touch the bottle. Like, if you get drunk, you might be trying to touch her. You want her house. You disrespectful. So, da 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 da. And I'm just like, I ain't even think of it that serious. I was just like, he did happen to walk in on this conversation, and what he heard was orgy. And for 4 people, what else are you gonna think? So yeah, it was just really off, to say the least. And the night just pretty much happened to be me and Hill, because as soon as he got done checking her, he came in the house. I guess she was sitting in the car. He apologized to me, like, oh sis, I'm sorry, like, cause he know me, he know that I ain't the one that brought it up. And like I said, it wasn't to get anyone in trouble. It was just wrong convo at the wrong time. I didn't necessarily try to stop it, but it was just like I was trying to gear the conversation in a different direction, and she just kept bringing it up to the point where her dude ended up catching her in that conversation, and it just wasn't the best look, period. So yeah, he apologized, and me and Hell, I'm explaining the same situation to him, basically what I told y'all. And it was just like, nobody was on it but her, because it was just weird, and we was just all close, and we didn't see it that way. Like, they don't get down like that, don't be on that type of stuff. So yeah, that is the end of the story. And pretty much, like I said, if you like girls or whatever, you like guys, do what you do. But for me, that was just keeping a little too close in the family. Like, I seen dude like bro. It wasn't like I just started dating him. So yeah, it was weird. But hope you guys enjoyed this story. There's going to be more to come. There's going to be more makeup to come. Hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.